Right, guys, welcome to the last game on the Rugby Guru today. It is the Heineken Cup Final coming your way. It is La Rochelle up against Toulouse for the final of the Heineken Cup. Let's quickly have a look at the lineups for this game for La Rochelle. Bryce Dulon, Dylan Leitch, Jeffrey Domaru, Lavani Botia, Raymond Rule, Ihaya West, and Wera Kerbalo for this La Rochelle side in their first ever Heineken Cup final. In the front row, Danny Priso, Pierre Borgarit, Uni Antonio, Romain Sassy, Will Skelton, Gregory Aldred, Kevin Gordon, and Victor Vito for this La Rochelle side. Having a look at Toulouse lineup, Maxime Medot, Cheslin Colby, Jean Cruz Malia, Peter Aki, Matis Lebel, Romain Intermac, and Anton Dupont, forming a very formidable backline for this Toulouse side. Up front, Cyril Bale, Piotr Mafuka, Charlie Famuina, Rory Arnold, Richie Arnold, Reynard Elkster, Francois Cross, and Jerome Kino. We are looking forward to a massive final here between the two giants of French rugby. It is La Rochelle up against the likes of Toulouse in this final. Really looking forward to this. It's the cream of the top European rugby, and La Rochelle playing their very first ever final in the Heineken Cup. Should be a fantastic game coming up your way. La Rochelle versus Toulouse, the final of the Heineken Cup this year, 2021. Quickly having a look at the benches for La Rochelle: Fakunda Bosch, Reda Wardi, Arthur Jolly, Thomas Lavold, Vian Liebenberg, Paul Bodehend, Arthur Ratteri, and Julius Plezon for La Rochelle. Then for Toulouse, we got Guillaume Michant, Clement Castus, David Ahunu, Joe Tekeru, Chibat Flabent, Silvasia Tulafua, Baptist Germain, and Thomas Ramos on the bench. We're about to get this game underway, guys. In just a couple of minutes, we are going live for this game. Really looking forward to what can happen in this game. It's one of those games you expect La Rochelle to give Toulouse a really good game, but in the end of the day, you must back Toulouse to win this final today. The likes of Cheslin Colby for Toulouse in the back line, along with Maxime Medot and Malia, along with Peter Aki, Romain Intermac, and Anton Dupont. Anton Dupont, probably the best scrum off in world rugby at the moment, up against the likes of Tawera Kerbalo, the former New Zealand scrum half as well. Really looking forward to this, guys. What do you guys think is going to win this game? Leave a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to press that like and subscribe button as we head into the final game on this Saturday. Wonder what Justin Colby is going to come up with today. He normally is very lively in this kind of situation. Herman Lawrence says, prediction guru. I do want to see a new champion crowned, but I think Toulouse might just be too strong for La Rochelle today. And the likes, like I said, the likes of Medard, Cheston Colby, Jean Cruz Malia, Romain Intermac, and Anton Dupont will just be too much for this La Rochelle side. And I think Toulouse by maybe the smallest of margins, maybe 6 points in it today. Maybe a bit of magic from someone down the line. If you look at this La Rochelle backline, we've got the likes of Dylan Leitz there and Raymond Rule, who's been absolutely fantastic for La Rochelle this whole season long. And then the likes of Ihaya West and Caballo forming a formidable 9 and 10 for this game. It's going to be interesting to see how Caballo fares up against the likes of Anton Dupont. Like I said, probably the best scrum off in world rugby at the moment. Bryce Dulon will be very vital to the likes of La Rochelle. So does Jeffrey Dumaru, will have an influential role to play in this Heineken Cup final. We are now seeing live footage of that as well. And we are looking to a massive game here. Hank Q says 8:30 a.m. here in California. Boy, did the Aussie sides not really put up a fight the last two matches. Yep, 10 from 10 for New Zealand franchises over the Australian ones in the Trans-Tasman competition. But what is even worse, Hank, is that the two favorites for the Rainbow Cup SA also went down today. The Stormers beating the Sharks by 3 points, and then the Lions actually managing to beat the Bulls by a single point today. And what amazing rugby we've seen today. All the games, such an exciting one from all the teams. And this is just the cherry on top today. La Rochelle against Toulouse. And looking at the forwards of this La Rochelle side, this is probably where their weakness might lie. And I'm saying weakness in the lightest of form because it's still a pretty decent lineup here for La Rochelle. The likes of Antonio, Sassy, Skelton, Aldred, and Victor Vito. A lot of ex-New Zealand players in this La Rochelle side today, up against probably one of the best sides in French rugby at the moment, Toulouse. Hank says, I'm watching the highlights from the Rainbow Cup on the telly. It was really amazing. Really good games we've seen today from all the teams in action. There's not a single game that I could say didn't live up to the expectation. And let's hope that this one really, truly lives up to what we can consider the cream of the crop of today. Hank Q says, great to have rugby back in these crazy times. Very grateful for some normality. Absolutely. Let's have a look at this lineup again in the front row. Cyril Bale, Charlie Famawina, Rory Arnold, Reinhard Elkstad, Francois Cross, and Jerome Kano. Some of the best players in the prime of their lives. And not even off the bench coming on a little bit later as well. It is La Rochelle 0, Toulouse 0 as we head into this game now. Players haven't yet come onto the field, but they will come out very shortly in what should be a fantastic game. Expect a lot of French flair mixed with New Zealand and South African players. Probably the best mix of rugby that you can look for when French, New Zealand, and South African rugby mix all together to come together in this final in a French showdown at the Heineken Cup Final. It is Toulouse who now comes out running onto the pitch. Anton Dupont leading the Chargers out onto the field today. Big moments are made for this. Cheslin Colby said before this game that it's even more nerve-wracking than the World Cup final in 2019. Jerome Kano will probably be playing in his last international club game. And now La Rochelle also making their way onto the field. So we're just seconds away from kickoff in this vital Heineken Cup final. Both teams onto the field now, and you can see the tension can be cut with a knife at the moment here at Twickenham. Big game here for these two teams. The Heineken Cup final. We haven't seen two French finalists in years playing against each other. Last year's winners, Exeter Chiefs, not around this time round. They did beat Toulouse last year, but this time Toulouse is there, and they will be looking to take the glory as the first team to win 5 Heineken Cup finals. And a big task for the referee today. Still trying to figure out who that is for today's game. but you can just see the urgency in both teams' eyes at the moment. We're about to get this game underway, guys. It should be a cracker of a final. Right, so we are getting ready. Ntamak with the kickoff for this game. And here we go, the Heineken Cup Final. Taken in by Dylan Lates for Rochelle. On inside the 22, they go a run. Caballo curling the ball at the back of this ruck for La Rochelle. Goes with the box kick over the top, and he's going to find about halfway. Great clearance kick from the ex-All Black player now, as we got 30 seconds into this game already. Expect a massive onslaught from both these players. Oh, yeah, from both teams, really. The throw-in now coming from Piato Makavuka for Toulouse. Makuvaka with the throw-in. He finds his jumper now. Anton Dupont. Intermac. Off it goes to the big Botia. And again now, great little run here from Toulouse. And off they go almost immediately up to the 22-meter line. It is Cross who takes it in for them. Inside the 22 now, Anton Dupont. Cyril Bale bashing his way up over the 22 now. Dupont again. Jerome Kaino knocks it on, unfortunately. An advantage now to La Rochelle. Here they come on a counter-attack. Late the kick downfield. Runs into around the 22 of Toulouse. And it's been taken by Botia for them. No, it's actually Peter Aki who's got it for them. I'm getting confused with the two centers at the moment. So Anton Dupont, Peter Aki just saving the day there for Toulouse. Now it comes out to Intermac, who is going to kick this downfield and finds touch roundabout on halfway. So no team dominating so far in this game. Barry Green asking, is there SA players in Toulouse? Well, there's the of those guys in there. It is Justin Colby and Reynard Elkstad for Toulouse. Let's just have another look. Yeah, Reynard Elkstad, as well as the likes of Justin Colby. The throw-in taken well. Caballo now driven up by the forwards. Rory Arnold. It's turned over by Toulouse now on the ground. Cyril Bale making it up to the 10-meter line again. Now a chance here. Reynard Elkstad making his way up for Toulouse. Driven forward there beautifully by the forwards of these Toulouse side. It is Kevin Gordon who made a couple of meters there, but we are coming back for a penalty now to Toulouse. Little bit of a scuffle there between the two players. Gary Bevan says he is able to watch this one. Enjoy it, Gary. Herman Lawrence says, here we go, Toulouse. Penalty just inside the half of La Rochelle. And Intermac will have a shot at goal from here. We've had about 3 minutes in this game already. And a good attacking play from Toulouse very early on. Romain Ntamak to kick this at goal for them. Barry Green says, I don't think La Rochelle has any SA players. In fact, they do have two in the back line, Raymond Rule and Dylan Lates. And then in the front row, they've got nobody. They do have Victor Vito and Will Skelton from Australia and New Zealand. The rest is French players. Danny Prizzo, Borgaret, Antoni, Romain Sazzi, Will Skelton, and Gregory Eldred, Kevin Gordon. So let's see, that kick goes over. So it's 3 points to 0. Toulouse leading in this Heineken Cup Final. We've had about 4 minutes in this game, 4.5 minutes. 3-0 to Toulouse. Wrong button. There we go. La Rochelle 0, Toulouse 3. And we've had about 5 minutes in this game. Restart there by Ihaya West for La Rochelle. Taken by Jerome Kano. Big tackle from the left winger from South Africa. Now Reinhard Elstad taking it up for Toulouse. Just working their way nicely up here. Anton Dupont waiting for the ball to come out. Just inside the road 22 is Toulouse now with a kick downfield from Dupont. He's going to find touch. Roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Good clearance from Dupont there. And Rory Arnold has stayed down for Toulouse. Right, 6 minutes into this final. Toulouse getting that first penalty converted by Romain Ntamak or Intermac. Just some attention to Rory Arnold at the moment. We will step away as victors today. Definitely a big game for Toulouse, hunting their fifth Heineken Cup final victory, while La Rochelle will be hunting for their first ever Heineken Cup trophy. Who will be successful today? It is a French derby between the two. Like I said, between South Africa, New Zealand, and France. We've got a great mixture of players here at the moment. Rory Arnold looking good and ready to rumble again for Toulouse. Line up to La Rochelle on the 10-meter line inside Toulouse half. Can La Rochelle come up with some magic? The throw in now from Pierre Porgaret. Taken in beautifully there by La Rochelle. And unfortunately, it is a penalty to La Rochelle on the 10-meter line now. And a chance maybe for Ihaya West to get back 3 points. Charlie Famawino, the guy penalized there for Toulouse. 6 minutes into this final. Great take by Victor Vita in that lineup. Just disrupted by Charlie Famawino. Illegally so in the lineup, and the chance now for La Rochelle on the 10-meter line inside Toulouse half. Barry says, who did Ulster play for in South Africa? He used to play for the Stormers, Reinhard Elstad. He just missed out on Springbok selection as well for that 2019 World Cup. So now Ihaya West with a chance here to level the scores about 7 minutes in. Can we see Ihaya West? Very underrated in New Zealand when he was playing for the Blues and the Hurricanes. But really living up to the expectations here at La Rochelle. 7 minutes into this Heineken Cup final. Will he get this? That is a brilliant strike from Ihaya West, and it goes over. So there's 3 points all here in the final of the Heineken Cup. 3-all, La Rochelle 3, Toulouse 3, and all to play for after 7.5 minutes. Great kick from Ihaya West. Looked like it was going to the left, but it curled in beautifully. And now a restart here from Intermac. Goes deep into the hands of Dylan Lates. Now Ihaya West with the kick downfield. Not going to find touch. And now there's a chance here for this very dangerous Toulouse backline. Intermac taking it up beautifully. Anton Dupont. Oh, gets caught by La Rochelle on the back foot there now. Cyril Bale needs to clean this up for Toulouse. Great pick and go here from them. Just over halfway now, Toulouse comes back to Domaru. He's got caught behind the advantage line, and a chance now for La Rochelle to really put the pressure onto them. Charlie Famawina again making his way up. Penalty advantage coming here for Toulouse. Dupont. Out it goes to Intermac, and we are coming back for that penalty. Karpapic says, come on, Rochelle. 8 or 9 minutes into this final. Tough one for Charlie Famawina, stayed down there at the moment. It is raining at the moment here at Twickenham. So it's going to be a really tough final, this one. The number 3, Antonio, the one penalized there. And that kick from Toulouse is a great one. Finds touch deep inside the 22 of La Rochelle. Karpa says, and rock. Right, so line out to Toulouse, about 10 meters up from the try line. It is now Rory Arnold replaced by Tekori, who will have no part in this game anymore. Back Richie Arnold, Rory Arnold still on the field. Right, throw in here from Fukadawa and taken in by the Toulouse side, and now driven back in that maul by Rochelle, but a penalty coming the way of Toulouse again. And we've had 10 minutes in this game. Penalty on about 10 meters out from the try line. Toulouse might want to set up a driving maul from here. What will they decide to do? Cheslin Colby in the starting lineup? Yes, they are. Cheslin is in the starting lineup for this game. Karpapic is Ronan O'Gara. He is, I think, the head coach of La Rochelle. Is that right? Right, so an opportunity here very early on for Toulouse to take initiative in this game now. It is a final, and points are so important that they have decided to go for goal on this. 10.5 minutes gone, remain Intermac with a kick at goal. Can he get this for Toulouse? 11 minutes gone in this first half. Can Intermac put them in front again? That is a sweet strike from him. So 6 points to 3. Toulouse leading La Rochelle at the moment. Good start from both teams, really. Just living up to the expectations so far. 11 minutes gone in this Heineken Cup Final. It is going to be a restart by Higher West now for La Rochelle. Colby Lates, Elkstad, all ex-Stormers, says Herman. Yep. All quality players now playing their trade in France. Money talks. Jerome Kano takes it up for Toulouse inside their own 22, about 10 meters from their own try line. Dupont now at the back gives it up to the lock forward there, Rory Arnold. No, it is Tekori who took that up for them. Now Anton Dupont kicks it himself over the top. Not going to find touch, and into the hands of, is it Tomaru or Doolan who's going to have a run here. Doolan chasing after his own kick, him up, leaving it behind, and now La Rochelle with an opportunity here, but they are going to come back for that little knock-on. 12 minutes into this first half. Intermac knocking it on. So 12.5 minutes gone. And a scrum down to La Rochelle just outside the 22 of Toulouse. 6 points to 3 at the moment. It is Toulouse leading this final. Barry Green says, excited to see Cheslin Colby in action. He hasn't touched the ball yet, but expect him to get some action during this game. A player of his quality will not be left alone during a cup final. You can see the fans that out there is really enjoying themselves, even though it is raining here at Twickenham. Right, just waiting for that scrum feed to take place. 12 and a half minutes gone in this first half. Big moments here for them. La Rochelle can take the initiative now. Right. Just taking their time. Caballo with the throw into the scrum. Solid scrum here from La Rochelle. Off the back, Vito controlling it. They might milk a penalty here. They've got the advantage. Now just outside of 22. Can they go on the attack here? It is Aldred in possession now for them. Making his way up just outside of 22. Good little drive from Will Skelton. Now Caballo and Tony, the dummy runner there. Now Raymond Rule, not the greatest of passes there to the right winger, Dylan Lates. Pick and go here from Aldred again. And we are coming back for another penalty to La Rochelle now. Just outside the 22. Will they take the initiative and go for touch, or will they also go for goal? Barry says he is the best player in Europe. Everybody loves him with his feet. Absolutely. And I think the fact that he did sidestep Owen Farrell in that World Cup final has made him even more popular. So Ihaya West with another attempt at goal. 14 minutes into this final. Points are vital. You have to take every single point that comes your way in this final, because just one missed opportunity could cost you the game. Great scrum from La Rochelle. And a chance now for Ihaya West to make the score all level again. Just 5 meters up from the 22. He is going for that penalty attempt. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this one. 15 minutes gone in this first half. It is Toulouse leading by 6 points to 3 with this conversion or penalty to come from Ihaya West. It's another beautiful strike from him, but it hits the upright and back off the post, and trouble here. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum to La Rochelle, and not what they were looking for at all is Toulouse. Barry says notes that he also played fly off. Yeah, he does play fly off sometimes, but not very often. Big scrum coming up for La Rochelle now, 5 meters from the try line. Can they strike first in this game? Big moments here for them, and really looking forward to see what they can conjure up here. Karpapit says merde, which means we all know what it means in English and Afrikaans, guys. So definitely he is supporting the Toulouse side today. Right, scrum feed from Carvalho. Solid scrum needed now. Victor Vito at the back of the scrum. Solid from both teams. Penalty advantage coming for them now. They go to the blind side. Dulon knocking it on, unfortunately. But we will have a penalty right in front if Ihaya West wants to take this one. Barry asking, do you think he's a better fly-off or wing? Definitely better wing than fly-off, Barry. The games that he has played at fly-off, he hasn't really made such a big impact. But definitely with space at his disposal, he is a lot better. He's a lot like Damien McKenzie would be for New Zealand rugby. Better on the fullback, but not so great. Still good at fly-off, but not great. Right, we're going to have another scrum from La Rochelle. They want to get that first try onto the board. 17 minutes into this game. Can the Yellow Brigades beat the Red Brigades today? Caballo with that scrum feed, and it should be another cracking scrum coming up. Scrum feed from Caballo, another big scrum from La Rochelle at the back. And Caballo controlling at the back now. They give it out to Bautier. Bautier having a crack here. Loses it backwards though. Kick forward by Cheslin Colby. Well, not forward, but sideways. And this could be trouble. Dylan Late's got it 5 meters from the try line for La Rochelle. But not enough support as Toulouse drive over the ball. But another penalty coming this way of La Rochelle now. And interesting stuff here. The kick from Colby going like a little banana kick. Barry said, I know you're going to say that about Cheslin Colby. No, it's not bad at fly-off, but definitely better at the wing. So missed opportunity for La Rochelle there, but they have another opportunity now. What a banana kick from Cheslin Colby there off the ground. It would have been the perfect swirl kick in football. And he played football at that stage. But yeah, another chance here for La Rochelle. Are they going to go down for another scrum here? 18 minutes gone in this first half. And Lawrence Colby always criticized over his size, but yet one of the most dangerous players with ball in hand. Absolutely. Like I said, Edmond van der Merwe from the Stormers reminding me a lot about Cheslin Colby. Look, even the likes of Joe Aplon, who's still performing very good for every side that he plays. Unfortunately injured at the moment. But yeah, La Rochelle going for another scrum down. 5 meters out. Let's see if they can get their way over the try line. Toulouse defense holding really well at the moment. But they are racking up those penalties, which could cost them a yellow card later on in this game. Right. We are setting up for this scrum down. 5 meters out from the try line, guys. La Rochelle in the driving seat at the moment. Toulouse might be leading, but La Rochelle definitely the team on the attack at the moment. Karpapich says Colby should be Irish. Wouldn't the Irish have loved to have him as a player? Right, scrum feed again from Caballo, controlled by Vito at the back. Now comes Bautier again, nearly knocking that ball on. In fact, he has. So it will be a scrum down to Toulouse and a missed opportunity for La Rochelle. What a mistake from Bautier. Bautier, the inside center of La Rochelle. But definitely Intermac not standing back in defense, and Cheslin Colby was right there as well, knowing that Bautier will have a crack at them. 19.5 minutes gone, 6 points to 3. Toulouse leading against La Rochelle here in the Heineken Cup Final. Scrum down to Toulouse, but first a little injury break coming up for them. It is again Charlie Famawina who is down at the moment. Just some attendance to his cauliflower ears. You can see a lot of years of experience on that ears of him. Just truly a phenomenal player. He has been great ambassador for New Zealand rugby, and now as of late for Toulouse. He has been their rock at scrum times, as Charlie Famawina been. Right, 19.5 minutes gone in this final, and Toulouse finding themselves on their own try line with a defensive scrum coming up their way. Caballo doing well against Anton Dupont so far, not standing back at all in this Heineken Cup Final. Right, we're still waiting for the attendance on Charlie Famawina. We should be back and ready to rumble in just a minute. It does take some time to wrap on those straps around the ears. Who do you guys think is going to win this? I think Toulouse holding out nicely so far, but La Rochelle definitely being very dangerous at this stage. 5 meter scrum coming up for Toulouse. 5 meters out from their own try line. Can they somehow stop this La Rochelle side from getting this ball back? Right, scrum feet from DuPont now. Let's see what they can do with this. Here we go, scrum feet DuPont. Now it comes out the back for Jerome Kano, taking that ball up very nicely and setting up a nice little exit road for Intermac. But a penalty there against La Rochelle and a chance for Toulouse to get out of their own 22. Gary Bevan says it's amazing to see fans back at the ground. I can't wait for South Africa to have fans again, but it will probably take a little bit longer before we do see fans. Mistake from Intermac, not finding touch here, and a chance for Doolan to attack here. Beautifully taken by Anton Dupont. Setting it up nicely for Toulouse. Now Charlie Famawina driving his way forward for Toulouse. Up to the 10-meter line. Cyril Bale putting his head down as well. Now Anton Dupont out to Intermac. They need a little knock on there. And it is going to be advantage to La Rochelle. But I'm sure that the referee will come back for that knock on. Aldred at the back there. But they are going back for that knock on by Maxime Medard. A bad mistake from the fullback there. Just knocking it on at a vital time. Toulouse definitely not looking like unbeatable at this stage. La Rochelle very much in this game after 21 and a half minutes. The coach of Toulouse not happy at all with that. Standing next to them on the sideline. Herman Loren says Toulouse to win this game, but it is nip and tuck. They're making some really bad mistakes at the moment. 22 minutes into this final. Just La Rochelle not able to capitalize on it at the moment. Barry Green asks how much time is left. There's still about 18 minutes left in this first half. Achilles says, I missed the ball game. What a game you've missed there. Taken up by Victor Vito, just 5 meters up from the 22. Here comes La Rochelle. On the drive, Gregory Aldred. But is there a penalty to... No, just a scrum feed to Toulouse. A little bit of obstruction there, but nothing too serious accidentally. Achilles says, sad we lost. Was a cracker of a game. I wouldn't mind losing to the Lions if they play like they did today. Right, so there's going to be a scrum feed to Toulouse, just roundabout on the 22-meter line. Missed opportunity again for La Rochelle. 23 minutes in, 17 minutes left in this first half. Achilles says, I hope Toulouse win. Yep, Toulouse definitely the favourites, but La Rochelle have never won a cup final. So I do like to see the underdogs win. But today, the best players in the world, like Anton Dupont, Intermac, Cheston Colby, they should just be too strong for them. Intermac off the back, kicks it downfield. You can just feel the tension a little bit from them as they find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. This is a cracking final. You can just see the tension there. And the referee now coming back for something there. Is it a penalty against Toulouse, maybe? Achilles says the Lions was in beast mode today. So it was carried back into the 22. And it is going to be a line up to La Rochelle. About 5 meters inside the 22 now. 24 minutes gone Throw-in coming up from Borgaret for La Rochelle. Throw-in taken beautifully there. And now they're going to go on to the drive. Here's La Rochelle now. Borgaret controlling in the back of that maul. Penalty advantage coming again for them now. Caballo at the back of that maul, looking for Botea. Now Ihaya West, Raymond Rule beats one defender, can't get past Cheston Colby though. Just inside the 22. Now taken by Aldred for La Rochelle, working their way up about 10 meters out now. 15 meters out, sorry. Ihaya West with a little kick over the top, and that's going to go into touch, but we're coming back for another penalty to La Rochelle. Barry says, what's your score prediction? But first of all, Karpa Pizzas, I hope rugby never becomes like soccer. In what sense, Karpa? I would love to have an overall championship league where the best clubs in the world play each other. So I wouldn't mind something very similar to the Champions League. I know the Heineken Cup is supposed to be that, but no New Zealand clubs, no Australian clubs, no South African clubs, so it can't be a World League tournament. Karpa Pizza's money and business makes two of us, says Achilles. My score prediction, I would say Toulouse by 6 points today, if it even will be that much, Barry. Toulouse by 15, says Achilles. Not currently the way they're playing at the moment. 26 minutes gone. La Rochelle with an opportunity to level the scoreboard again. I'm actually very surprised that Toulouse are leading this game at the moment. Ihaya West now with an opportunity to level the scores again after he missed the first, well, he missed the second kick a little bit earlier on. No problem with this one, and it is 6-6 now with 26 and a half minutes gone in this game. La Rochelle 6, Toulouse 6, and it's all to play for in this Heineken Cup Final. Barry says 9 points for Toulouse. Karpa Pizza Rochelle by 7, and Barry says I vote Toulouse. So we all, I think, vote Toulouse except for Karpa Peach. But at this stage, it's anybody's game. Dylan Late's taking it up, breaking through the first defense. Tackled in the end there by Peter Aki. It's taken up by Aldred again now for La Rochelle. Coming back for Caballo very slowly. He's going to have a box kick over the top. And some work now for Maxi Medat. It has been taken in beautifully by Toulouse there. Just inside the run half. Now Anton Dupont at scrum half. Gives it out to Rory Arnold. Still coming. Anton Dupont now caught behind the advantage line. Gets the pass away to Maxi Medat. A thumping tackle from Boutier. And this could be trouble now. The player has stayed down. And it's just a question whether there was a shoulder charge. It is going to be a yellow card to La Rochelle here. Toulouse 29, La Rochelle 20. Something like that, I predict. Not exactly, but something like that. But it is Botea who, ooh, what a tackle. And he's lucky to get away with a yellow card there. Oh, shoulder to the head. And I'm telling you what, if that was a Super Rugby game, he would have been off with a red card. The referee are now going to have a look at this. So that yellow card could turn into a possible red. Achilles also said, but if the game goes like this the whole time, I would say La Rochelle would win by 2 points to 3. But that is a straight red card coming up for Botia. Definitely a red card. Damn, it was a hard hit. Straight to the face. No excuses there. Should be a straight red card. And that could be the start of the end for La Rochelle. It's always a trouble having these hard-hitting Fijians in the side. Barry asking who's going to get the red card. It is going to be La Rochelle. Surely Boutella Bautier from La Rochelle going in with the shoulder straight to the head at pace, and no mitigating factors there. So let's have a look what the referee has to say. Well, I can't hear anything, but we'll have to wait and see if he does pull out the red card. Well, he is having a talk with the referee, but there's absolutely no excuse for that. So Bautier gets the red card, and this is trouble now for La Rochelle. 28 minutes into this game, and for the rest of this game, La Rochelle is going to be without one player. Achilles says the Sharks game was insane. Was a tight match. It was, but the Bulls game was definitely a lot better. That kick from Toulouse, finding touch, runabout between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Can La Rochelle find a way back into this now? Oh, it was a crazy tackle. Just looking at that replay again, I would have been very surprised if it wasn't a red card. Right, so 28 minutes into this final, the line-out taken by Arnold for Toulouse, and they're driving their way forward now. Beautiful little maul from them, working their way up just outside the 22 now. Anton Dupont's got it at the back now, gives it out to Aki. Another thumping tackle, this time on Romain Intermac, and it is a forward pass, unfortunately, to Maximeda. And La Rochelle now have the scrum down and not backing down. Definitely not backing down from this challenge today. Thumping tackle there from the, Raymond Rule on Intermac. And I now understand why we might have to have a look at this guy for the Springboks. What a physical player. And he's got great pace as well. Could give maybe Mapimpi a go for his money at the left winger. So replacement coming now on for Toulouse. It is Maxime Medat who's going to go for HIA. Tess Ramos coming on for Medat there. I would have thought after that knock that he surely had to go for a HIA. Barry Green, they can capitalize now. Toulouse, true guru, but the Sharks showed more than last week that they played a really good game. Yeah, no, they did play a better game, but unfortunately getting the loss there to the Stormers. 29 minutes into this first half. It is going to be a scrum down to La Rochelle on halfway. About 11 minutes to go in this first half. La Rochelle refusing to give up. They've got a red card, playing with 14 men for the remainder of this final. Can they hold on against a very formidable Toulouse backline? Scrum feed from Kerbalo now for La Rochelle. They do have a huge advantage there, says Achilles. Victor Vito off the back of the scrum. Dupont trying to bring him down. Still going is Victor Vito, not held in the tackle. But great defense on Kabbalah there, but a penalty advantage coming the way of La Rochelle. Really not backing down at all. And it is Kevin Gordon who tries to work his way up. Gregory Eldred now. Ihio West now to Dylan Lades. Here comes the big run from the hooker. It is Borgaret who makes quite a couple of meters here for him. On the line, it is now La Rochelle on the attack. Again, Kevin Gordon making a couple of meters. Now Ihio West with a little chip kick. Beautifully chased by La Rochelle. Chip kick. But it's a little knock on notes. The referee says it's gone backwards. But Peter Aki over that ball very quickly. Does come back to the way of La Rochelle. Gordon again. 5 meters out from the 22 now. Ihio West waiting for the ball from Kabbalah. But it is Will Skelton who takes it up. Now driven forward by Danny Prizzo for La Rochelle. Comes back the way of Ohio West. Now there's a bit of space here. Chance Dylan Lates might have joined the line there too quickly. Now Ohio West again. Out to Dylan Lates again. Space opens up for him. Good defense from DuPont. Raymond Rule. Now Chance Will Skelton. They're 10 meters from the try line now is La Rochelle. Caballo. Great run from Aldred for La Rochelle. Still going forward. Good little run from the tight prop. Antonio knocks it on, unfortunately. But we are coming back for a penalty to La Rochelle. 9 minutes to go in this first half. Barry Green, is it the 20 minutes with the red card? The new rule that out now. No, so it's not for this Heineken Cup Final. It's only a test that they're running for the Rainbow Cup and I think for the Trans-Tasman Cup. So no 20 minutes for La Rochelle this time around. Achilles asking, Guru, are you from Durban? Unfortunately not, Achilles. I'm from a small town in the Karoo called Noupoort, about 240 kilometers from Bloemfontein. Don't know if you know where that might be. Then Herman Lawrence says, as a Stormers supporter, I'm very happy with the Stormers result today. Tough game it was indeed. Looking forward to the Bulls game next time round against the Stormers. And can the Stormers upset the Bulls? Well, after today's game, they might just have a chance. La Rochelle are going to have a shot at goal now. They could take the lead in this Heineken Cup Final. Reinhard Elkstad, the guilty party there, going in just a little bit too high. 8 minutes left in this first half. Ohio West now. Wait, the referee has called it off. What has just happened there? Just talking to the players real quickly off Toulouse. A little bit confused there. What, a yellow card coming up here. And it is a yellow card to Reinhard Elkstad. So we're down to 14 men as well now. Playing with 14 men for the rest of this first half is Toulouse as well. Achilles says, correct, I'm from Uitenhage. I know exactly where that is, Achilles. So we are about 300 kilometers from each other, give or take. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Yellow card to Toulouse now as well. So both teams now playing with 14 men at the moment. And an easy kick coming up for Ohio West. Should be really a gimme, this one. So let's change the score to 9 points to 6. Goes over as expected, and La Rochelle now leading by 9 points to 6. 7.5 minutes to go in this first half. Will Toulouse strike back at some stage in this game? We're going to have a restart now from Intermac for Toulouse. It goes quite deep, just outside the 22. Collected by Dylan Lates, now taken in by the number 7, Gordon, for them. Caballo taking at the back for him. Aldred putting his head down. We're in for a final intense second half. It continues like this. Caballo at the back of that scrum, kicking it now. Box kick over the top. And it is going to find, it is Ramos on halfway for Toulouse. Chance, Anton Dupont having no chance so far. Cyril Bale taking it up for him. Just trying to grind those hard yards here for Toulouse. Comes back to Anton Dupont, going the blind side now. Space here for it's Justin Colby playing today because I haven't really seen him in action. It is Peter Aki who knocked that ball on. And advantage to La Rochelle now. Dulon kicks it forward. He's going to find space here. Nearly collects it for him. But Anton Dupont has secured it for Toulouse. But Caballo is still in it on the ground. But a little knock on there. And it is going to be a scrum down to Toulouse. Let's see. Barry Green says at least it gives Rochelle a little bit of a breather. If La Rochelle wins there, that will be a shocking defeat. Perry says since they're 14 men, and indeed says Achilles. So, yeah, Cheslin Colby are playing, but we just haven't seen him touch the ball yet for Toulouse today. But it is now scrum down to Toulouse, run about 10 meters out from the 22 of La Rochelle. 6 minutes to go in this first half, all to play for. Still about 8 minutes left on that yellow card. Can Toulouse take the initiative here in this game? Because La Rochelle has been on their case for this whole bloody 34 minutes, even with one man down at the moment. The crowd really enjoying. I envy these guys at this crowd at the moment. I would have given my toenail to go and watch a game right now. So Rochelle is doing pretty well with 14 men. I'm really liking this, actually, says Achilles. Barry Green is the probable saving his energy for the end for the big ones is Cheslin Colby. Scrum feed from Anton de Pont, but it's a free kick now to them. And here they come, charging down the middle of the field. But a little knock on, and now Dylan Lates is going to kick this downfield for La Rochelle, directly into touch. So we should be coming back for that little knock on from Toulouse, unless the referee decided that the kick was enough advantage there. So it is actually Dumaru who kicked that ball forward, and it is going to be now a line out to Toulouse about 10 meters out from the 22. Looks like Maxi Medard wants to come back onto the field. Achilles, did he just say you are Cheslin? Did he just say you are Cheslin Colby? No. We were talking about Cheslin Colby, whether he's touched the ball yet in this game, who hasn't done so really. Now there is a maul from Toulouse, not really going anywhere at the moment. Now it spills out, and it is Gordon who's got it for La Rochelle on halfway. They are going to make their way up through the middle, but a great counter-ruck from Toulouse, putting Kabbalah under pressure now. It is now taken up Will Skelton. Chance for them to put their heads down. It's Raymond Rule for La Rochelle. Coming back slowly to the way of them. Just inside their own half, higher west with the up and under. It is chased now by La Rochelle. Beautifully collected in the air, and another advantage coming. And this could be another yellow card soon for La Rochelle, playing the player out in the air. Now it is a kick forward. Oh, and another player taken out. Bad discipline from La Rochelle at the moment. Intermac being taken out there in that charge. First of all, playing the player in the air. Ramos going down, not too much in that one, but then on the second account, it was Intermac being taken out after he kicked the ball, and it is Skelton who is going to be in trouble there, refusing, just changing his lanes just a little bit, and this could be a yellow card coming up. Right, let's see. It's going to be a penalty against Will Skelton, and he's very lucky not to give away another yellow card for La Rochelle. 3 minutes left in this first half. It is going to be Intermac to have a shot at goal from halfway. This could level it up going into halftime. Anton Dupont getting the calls from the coach on the sideline. And he's had a reasonably quiet game so far. Really, the two guys that should make a massive impact for Toulouse have been really quiet today. 45 meters out for Romain Intermac. He is going to have a shot here, and this should level it up with just 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Let's see if he can take the pressure. Higher West missing one kick already. He does line it up, and that is a pretty straightforward kick. It's going to have the distance and straight through the middle. 9 points all in this Heineken Cup final. And all to play for. La Rochelle got a red card. Bautier getting the red. And then a yellow card to Reinhard Elster for Toulouse. Still got about 4 minutes left on his yellow card. Mexi Medard coming back from its HIA. Ramos going off again. 9 all it is here in the Heineken Cup final. And both teams just a little bit worried that they're not playing to their full potential at the moment. Nerves getting the better of them. Jerome Kino taking it up for Toulouse, about 10 meters from their own try line. Anton Dupont, out it goes to it is the replacement lock forward for Toulouse, taking it up there for them, getting driven back in that tackle. Minute and a half to go in this first half. Dupont going to clear this himself, and he's not going to find touch, however. And a chance now for La Rochelle to attack. It is Dulin who takes it up for La Rochelle. Caballo, out it goes to the Parizo for La Rochelle. Caballo just driving it forward is Will Skelter now. We've got a minute and a half to go. Antonio driving his way up to the 10-meter line for them. Akiri says we might get the shock that La Rochelle wins this game. Another penalty to them with a minute to go in this first half. Hands in the ruck by Toulouse. And this should probably be the last movement of this first half. Number 19, the Corey, who gets penalized for Toulouse there. So 2.5 minutes on that yellow card left for Toulouse. 30 seconds in this half left. And a chance for La Rochelle to take the lead going into half time. The kick right down the middle of the field. It is about, could say about 35 meters out for Ohio West. Barry asking, is the yellow card going to be done before the second half? No, we're going to have about 2 minutes going into the second half for him. Reinhard Elstad should be back after 2 minutes in that second half. Kick now from Ohio West to put La Rochelle up front at halftime. Ohio West with the kick to come. That is going to go straight through the middle. So at halftime, it is La Rochelle leading this game by 12 points to 9 against all expectations so far, and a man down with the red card. It is Bautier who got the red card in that first half, but luckily for La Rochelle, that Toulouse is also down a man at the moment. Right, guys, I'm going to go for a quick break, but when I do come back, we will find out who will get crowned for this year's Heineken Cup Championship. Every time you read Reinhard outside, it sounds like you're calling me out. Spell my name, Reinhard. Toulouse need a spark, says Barry. But yeah, guys, we will be back for the second half in just a short bit. We are going to take a break, and when we do come back, we will find out who the champions of the Heineken Cup will be this year round. Be back in about 5 minutes. Right, we are back for the second half, guys. It is an upset lead for Rochelle at the moment by 12 points to 9. The guys in the comment section saying that they think that La Rochelle can come up with the upset today, and they're definitely playing like a better team at the moment, even with one man down. They do have a red card to Bautier very early on in that first half, so it's going to be very interesting to see whether Toulouse can come back in the second half. They still got the players, but La Rochelle just looks like a team possessed at the moment. They're leading by 12 points to 9 at the moment in this Champions Cup final. We are waiting the second half to start in just a minute or so. But very impressive so far from La Rochelle. They're having the goods so far here at halftime, playing with only 14 men after their inside centre. Bautier got a red card for a very dangerous tackle on Maxi Meda of Toulouse. We are going to, just like I say, we're waiting for the second half to start, guys. But what do you guys think? Do you fancy La Rochelle for the upset here today? Because Toulouse have definitely not played like a champion side today. Anton Dupont being put under tremendous pressure from Caballo, and then also the likes of Cheslin Colby hardly touching the ball in that first half. So he's got a lot of work to do for Toulouse in the second half. They're both such brilliant players in the like of Malia, Aki, Intermac and Dupont, but just currently not showing that at all. Bertie says, how's it good? Both our teams losing today, not good. So, yeah, my predictions were going pretty solid up until that game between the Sharks and the Stormers. And then also the Bulls losing by a single point. But we are going back for the second half now. We've got picture from the stadium again. So we're in for a great second half. Here, La Rochelle leading 12 points to 9 at halftime. And Toulouse have their work cut out for them going into the second half in this final. Just get this feeling that La Rochelle's momentum that they pulled up in the first half is going to carry them through in the second half. Gary says if two players are running at 100 miles an hour, it is a 50-50 ball and tackle. Yeah, Bertie says this is going to be a good second half, going for Toulouse by 7. Well, the odds are against La Rochelle now with one man down. Obviously, Toulouse will be playing with one man short for the next 2 minutes in the second half. It is Reinhard Elkstad who got a yellow card about 8 minutes before half time. So, yeah, 2 minutes more of an equal advantage for both teams. After that, it is going to be La Rochelle playing with 14 against 15. So the players are now making their way out to the stadium here. And interesting second half to come, guys. I can just imagine the vibe in the La Rochelle dressing room at the moment is very calm and collective, while the Toulouse coach clearly upset by what has been happening in that first half. Barry says, I saw the highlights, saw how Khaleesi pushed Herschel Yankees when the Sharks got a penalty in the scrum. Yeah, not very sportsmanlike from him. Karpapic, do you have Lions in South Africa? Yes, we do. We do have a provincial team called the Golden Lions from Johannesburg, and they beat the Bulls today. Herman says, seems today full of upset. First the Sharks, then the Bulls, and now we might see a third one coming up. Definitely La Rochelle playing like men possessed here in this game. Right, so there's going to be higher west to get the second half underway for us. 40 minutes away from crowning the champions of Europe. And it should be very interesting to see who's the knock today. Toulouse not playing like a champion side today. It's the La Rochelle, putting all the pressure on him. Raymond Rule charging after that ball when Jerome Kano collects it off the back there for Toulouse. Now Anton Dupont, out it goes now. Intermac caught behind the advantage line there, and they need to clear this really quickly. Anton Dupont might just go himself here. Koteka or Toreki covering for him there at the back. The ball goes into touch, run about 10 meters out from their own 22. Barry says, I hope that it doesn't break friendship or cause tension between him. I doubt that it will. It's professional players, so they should take this as a very professional setup here. It is now going to be a throw in to the hooker of La Rochelle, Pierre Borgaret, for them. And he's going to throw it in about on the 10-meter line inside Toulouse half. A great maul set up there by La Rochelle going forward. 1 minute into the second half. Can La Rochelle upset Toulouse today? Still going forward and looking really good is La Rochelle. All the way up to the 22-meter line they go. Still Bogaret making his way up now. Caballo taken by Aldred. Good defense there from Aki. Has stolen it for Toulouse on the ground or in the air there. But we could see a penalty coming now the way of La Rochelle. Play holding on the ground. And this is going to be another chance now for La Rochelle to have a shot at goal maybe. 2 minutes into the second half. And Aldred has stayed down for La Rochelle. Barry says, teammates, when it comes to Springbok, it was all time. I was all the time when he was at the Stormers. No, definitely. So a good steal on the ground there from Borgaret. And now Peter Aki could be the next one getting a red card here for Toulouse, as it's very similar to the red card given by the referee on La Rochelle. Will we see a red card being given here, or will he only get a yellow card for that? Same offense, probably not as major impact as Baltier had on Mexi Medot, but that is high. It is to the head, and we could see another red card here, this time to Toulouse. And this will open up the whole game for sure. 2 minutes into this Heineken Cup Final in the second half. And no, the referee just explaining that it hasn't hit the head, which I think is a bad decision from him. Barry asking, is the yellow card finished? So it should be finished right about now. But it is only going to be a penalty against Toulouse. So Peter Aki, very lucky not to get that red card or even a yellow card for that matter. But Ihaya West will have another crack at this at goal now to maybe put La Rochelle up by 15 points to 9. Important kick in a broader prospect of this game for La Rochelle now. 3 minutes into this final in the second half, meaning that there's 37 minutes left. La Rochelle now going for goal. Ihaya West with the kick at goal. Can he get it for them? Outside 20, not a difficult kick, but the pressure is on to him, and he is going to hit the upright again. So Toulouse let off the hook there. First with a yellow and red card offense by Peter Aki, and now the penalty going to the left against the post. So 37 minutes left in this final. 72. I don't understand the French, unfortunately. It is now kicked downfield by Toulouse. And here they come. It is Dulon with the up and under chase now. Coming from La Rochelle. It's knocked on by Toulouse. Here they come. Another great run there from the hooker. Borgaret for La Rochelle. Now taken up by Gordon. on halfway now. It is La Rochelle, taken up by Will Skelton. Caballo at scrum half gives it back to Yahya West. Goes high up in the air. Dylan Lates is chasing this down. Good work from him and Dumaru. It is now Peter Aki at scrum half here for Toulouse. Taken up by Charlie Famawina. Toulouse now really need to start showing some skill here in this game. Break away from them now. Anton Dupont over halfway he goes. A little kick ahead. Cheslin Colby going after it. He just needs the bounce here. And Cheslin Colby now is into touch. Surely Domaru has saved the try there for La Rochelle. I wanted it to be a try in the corner, but it just looked like Colby was out into touch. Let's have a look at this. Great defense from Domaru. And that is into touch. 5 meters out from La Rochelle's try line. A try-saving tackle. Absolutely brilliant defense there in the end. The foot is into touch. Unfortunately for Cheslin Colby, the bounce was just not there. Karpapic says basically the ref, oh shit. All right, so quickly thrown in by La Rochelle now, 5 meters from their own try line. Caballo out goes to Doolan, who kicks it downfield. And now Cheslin Colby's got his, can he show some spark? Not really going anywhere at the moment. Penalty advantage to Toulouse now, just outside the 22. Here they come. Cyril Bale. Intermac now, Peter Aki. Peter Aki still going now, offloads, but no support there at all for Toulouse as we come back for that penalty now. And this could be an opportunity to level the scoreboard again. Jean-Cruz Malia got caught there in possession and the referee had to come back for the penalty advantage. We've got 34 minutes left in this final. Herman says now that is the Colby that we know. Penalty right in front and Intermac signals that he is going to go for goal. And I really don't see this missing at all. So it should be 12 points all with 34 minutes to go in this final. Right, is this the point where Toulouse come back into this game? A little smile from the head coach of Toulouse there. Goes over, 12 points all. We've got 34 minutes left in this final. 12 all with all to play for now. Gary Bevins says Cheslin Colby is the South African god. Well, he's an exceptional player and deservingly probably the best player in world rugby at the moment. Right, Yahya West to restart this game on halfway now. Can La Rochelle keep this up going forward now? 33 and a half minutes to go. A massive deep kick in, collected by Jerome Kano again off the back. Taken up support play from Charlie Famawina. Good defense from Raymond Rule there on Jerome Kano to Bont. Waiting for this now. Tikori knocks it on and it's going to be a scrum down to La Rochelle, 10 meters out from the try line. And definitely not something that Toulouse would have wanted. Karpa Pitch says, I thought Cole was an Aussie. It is Cole B. Yeah, you could argue and say it is a bit Australian, but it's K with a K, not a C. So it makes a little bit more sense that it is South African. Right, scrum feed to La Rochelle, about 5 meters inside the 22 of Toulouse, and a chance for them to maybe get some more points on that board. It is a very tight final at the moment. Right, it is... let's see what happens with the scrum feed. Caballo feeding it for La Rochelle, controlled by Victor Vito off the back. Now they go to the blind side. Ihaya West stepping inside. Good tackle from Dupont. Now Caballo trying to snipe on his own there. About 5 meters out now, Rochelle. Maybe a chance to get the first try of this game. It is Will Skelton driving his way forward. Now a pick and go from the hooker. Borgerud very close, 2 meters out now. Can La Rochelle get the try? Aldred of the back. Gives it out to the forwards again. Pick and go this time. A little knock on from La Rochelle. And now Peter Aki is going to run this from his own try line. Look at them go. Little knock on. And it is going to be coming back for a little knock on from La Rochelle on the try line. I think it was Borgerud who just couldn't hold on to that. Just knocking it on as he wanted to place it over the try line. Bad luck, La Rochelle. Right, Barry says at least Toulouse have a one-man advantage again. Herman says good vibes. Right, attention to one of the La Rochelle players at the moment. We've got 31 minutes left in this final, guys, and all to play for. Nothing separating the two teams, but La Rochelle is looking the better of the two at the moment on the attack. It is Caballo who's receiving attention at the moment for La Rochelle. What an impact he's made for them so far, the former New Zealand scrum half. Just shows you age is just a number if you are still in form. Right. Big scrum coming up for Toulouse here. 31 minutes to go in this Heineken Cup Final. Will we see an upset here today from the men in yellow? Big scrum coming up for Toulouse. 5 meters from their own try line. Right, the little bulldog to feed the scrum, Anton Dupont. But first we're going to have a reset scrum though. Referee not happy with the way things are set up at the moment. Right, we're going to have that reset scrum now, guys. It is 30 minutes left in this Heineken Cup Final, and Toulouse with a defensive scrum on their own try line. What can go wrong? What can go wrong with the scrum? Anything can go wrong. Right, scrum feed from Anton Dupont now. Off the back, big scrum from La Rochelle. It pops out at the back. Dupont's got it, but we do have a penalty to lose. La Rochelle just winning that scrum, and Caballo has gone down again, but he is up really quickly. So with 30 minutes to go, it is now Toulouse who can get out of their own 22. Right, the kick downfield from Toulouse is going to find touch roundabout on halfway. So we're back where we started that very first second of this game. This time it's going to be a line-up to Toulouse on halfway. Scores are 12-all. Akili says, I fell asleep. Well, I haven't slept in 2 days. Been gaming non-stop. Bertie says, Jan Wilson, the hero from Montpellier, edge out Leicester in that European Challenge Cup Final. Who is going to be the guys today? Who's going to be the hero for them? Or the villain? Gautier could be the villain. That La Rochelle going to cost them the game. Takori taking it up for them now. Driven forward by, it is Mafukaka, for the Toulouse side. Now it is Intermac going over halfway here for Toulouse. Dupont now, Charlie, Cyril Bale now, again Dupont. The chance here on the left side, mixing it up with the kick forward. Here's a chance for them. It's taken beautifully. The offload just not going to hand for Toulouse as it goes into touch. Unfortunately there, the pass from Lebel just not going to hand for Toulouse. And what a charge from them. It just shows you when they do get a chance to play with the ball, how dangerous they can be. But it is going to be a line out, 10 meters out from La Rochelle's own try line. Libel just not able to get that final pass away to Maxi Medat. Barry Green says free, I think Toulouse lose. Well, they are now showing some signs is Toulouse now, so maybe they can come back into this game. It is Dylan Lates at the moment down for La Rochelle. And just seeing what happened there, fell a bit awkwardly. His neck got really tangled up in that tackle. So he's lucky to be up with no injury though there. And this could even be a line-out now to Toulouse, as I think it has touched one of the La Rochelle players. Now, in fact, it is a line-out to La Rochelle, 10 meters out. I think Dylan Lates will go for a HIA test. So he should be replaced now by, let's see who comes on. Is it going to be Plizon who comes on for them? Oh, that is a big call. It did touch one of the Toulouse players before it did go into touch. So line out to La Rochelle, 10 meters out from their own try line. Overthrown, picked up beautifully by Domaru for La Rochelle. They do have it at the back. Caballo controlling it nicely for them. Now a little kick over the top, and he's going to find touch around about between the 10 and the 22-meter line inside their own half. Ignore that sentence. Sorry, Toulouse to win by 3. Barry says there. Now a line out to Toulouse, about 5 meters out from the 22, and a chance now for Toulouse to maybe gain the momentum in this game. Overthrows it as well. Jerome Kaino back inside to Lebel, up to the 22-meter line they go. Dupont now at the back waiting. Cyril Bale putting his head down over the 22-meter line he goes. Anton Dupont sniping on his own. Held up beautifully there by Will Skelton. Now Cyril Bale at scrum half for them. Inside the 22. Here they come. Comes out to Intermac, who's a little bit confused to which way he wants to go. We can go from Jerome Kaino again. This looks better from Toulouse now. On the 22-meter line, Anton Dupont taken up beautifully. And now Maxime Medat picking and going for Toulouse. Now Anton Dupont again gives it out to Reinhard Elkstad. About 15 meters out from the try line now. It is taken up beautifully by Rory Arnold. Now Dupont again. Dupont sniping 10 meters out now. Quickly taken again. And here they come. It is a great little run there from Francois Cross. 5 meters out now. Reinhard Elkstad. Now Cyril Bale again. They're 2 meters out now. Still going. Cyril Bale just held up short. That ball is in the air. Needs to come back now to Toulouse side. And so close now. Rory Arnold. Pick and go from him. Is he over the try line? Might just be over, but the referee is blowing on his whistle. If it's not a try, it is going to be a penalty to Toulouse. 25 minutes left in this game. Let's see if they're going to go upstairs for this one. Rory Arnold not looking too confident though. So I guess we will come back for the penalty now for Toulouse. Penalty 5 meters out. And I think they might just want to have to go for the scrum there. Anton Dupont says he must go upstairs. So they will have a look to see if Rory Arnold got that down for them. Barry says, Colby, shows some magic. Shows why you are the best in the world. Give us the winning try. Well, it could be somebody called Rory Arnold to get that try for them. 20 6 minutes to go in this game. Let's see if he dotted it down or not. There's no way you can see it from that angle. They'll probably have to have a look from a different angle. Let's see whether they can be seen whether a try has been scored or not. Absolutely no way you can see from that angles that they are giving here. So I think it would be safe to say that we will come back for a penalty to Toulouse. Unless somebody can spot the ball. Oh boy. This could be a try for Rory Arnold. If we can only see the ball getting dotted over that whitewash, we can award the try, but it's going to be nip and tuck, really. Gary says no try. Well, you could argue there, Barry, or Gary, you can argue if you can see the ball down over the try line, then it is a different story. So the ball has been grounded there, but is it over the whitewash? We can't really see whether it's been controlled over the try line there. Let's just have another look at that. This could be a big call. Ooh. Well, I'm not going to make that decision. It's up to the TMO. So it is going to be no try for sure. So no conclusive evidence that the try has been scored. And I think that is the right decision in the end. A penalty now coming 5 meters out for Toulouse. And what will they do? About 10 meters from the touch line as well. So you could argue and say they might go for touch here. Momentum is on their side. Pitch, are there any good teams in South Africa? So the Bulls, the Sharks, and the Stormers, currently the best teams in South Africa, which I think would give any of these guys a hell of a go any day. Right, so Jerome Kano and Victor Vito leaving the field. Tolafua on for Toulouse. They are going to go for touch here, so they're putting it all on the line now. The two New Zealand stalwarts both getting replaced with 25 minutes to go. Taken in by Elkstad for Toulouse now, driving it forward. Can they get the try down? Good defense from Will Skelton, stopping them in their tracks there. Comes back to Toulouse, about 10 meters out now. Cyril Bale. He beats two defenders up to the 5 meter line they go. Come back to Pont. Now Reinhard Elkstad. Good defense from La Rochelle. Now Peter Aki. Now it's Intermac. Maxi Medard out to Cheslin Colby. Steps one, steps two, nearly over there. But into touch he goes. So great defense there from Tomaru. Again on Cheslin Colby. This guy is a stepping king. And now they're having a little bit of a scuffle there between Pierre Bogarit and Cheslin Colby. Not backing down at all is Cheslin Colby on the big man from La Rochelle. Great defense, however, from La Rochelle, keeping them out. And it is going to be a throw-in to La Rochelle now, 5 meters from their own try line. 25 minutes left in this. There comes the throw-in. Been overthrown. Aldred knocks it on. But it is going to be a free kick to La Rochelle. Too many numbers in that lineup from Toulouse. Right, though, so they can now kick this downfield and get out of trouble. There is 24 minutes left, Barry. And it's all to play for now. Will that decision to go for touch come back to haunt Toulouse? Right, we're going to have now a line up to Toulouse now. 24 minutes left in this game. 12 all. Line up to Toulouse just inside the half of La Rochelle. Rory Arnold taking it. Anton Dupont. Now Peter Aki. They're starting to move this around. Cheslin Colby puts it to the bird. Finds space in the back. Raymond rolled back for it. Kicks it downfield as well. And that is going to go directly into touch. And it is a win there for Toulouse, as they will go back all the way to about 5 meters out from the 22. Throw-in coming for Toulouse. Barry says, looks like it's going to be extra time if it goes like this. Now, I think Toulouse will make the breakthrough sometime real soon. 5 meters up from the 22. They've got a line-out throw now. And here's going to come in here by Mofaka, taken by Rory Arnold at the back now. Controlling it with the ball going forward. Just outside the 22 now. Needs support now. It is Peter Aki at the receiving end now. Little step here and there. Going forward is Toulouse now, but they've lost a bit of ground. Taken up by the big forwards now, driving forward, but isolated. Dupont gets it well to get it back there. Cyril Bale now taking it up for them. Dupont again now. Intermac with a little chip kick over the top, but beautifully read there by the replacement. Let's just see who that is. Arthur Retier, who's on for La Rochelle. But Dylan Lade should be coming back onto the field in no time now. The kick downfield from La Rochelle is going to find touch. Roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. 22 minutes to go in this final. Herman says, show some magic, Toulouse. 22 minutes to go in this game. Can somebody spark the win for both sides here? Throwing coming from Toulouse on the 10-meter line inside La Rochelle's half. Rory Arnold again, Dupont. Now Intermac, charged forward by Peter Aki over the 10-meter line now. Dupont again. Now there's a little bit of a switch move. Now it comes out to the outside center. Malia not really gaining any ground there. Now Rory Arnold again puts his head down. Still roundabout on the 10-meter line. Now on the halfway. It is Charlie Famawina trying to drive it forward for Toulouse. But they're not really gaining any ground with this. Now there's a long cutout pass and a beautiful run here. Back on the inside they go. It is Malia. Malia's going to score the first try of this game for Toulouse. And what a try from them. First of all, a great run there from Salvasio Tolofua. Then the inside pass back to Malia. And they go over for the very first try of this game. 17 points to 12. It is now Toulouse leading with a conversion to come. Great stuff from Toulouse there. Just showing why they are considered the favorites for this game. Barry says a very exciting game. And then, yeah, Gary Bevan says game over. Pat says game to. So a great try from Malia there. And that could spark what they need to win this game. 20 minutes to go in this final. Is there any way back for La Rochelle now? On the 60-minute mark. 20 minutes to go. Jean Cruz Malia. The first try of the match. Leonardo da Vinci says red card, the deciding factor of this game. Absolutely, that overlap was created because Mattia was not on the field. So Intermac now with the conversion attempt for Toulouse with about 19 minutes to go in this game. Let's see if he can get this, because this is a very important kick for them as well. It is going to put them up by 7. Great kick from Intermac. And it is 19 points to 12. The Toulouse team now leading in this game with 19 to go. Toulouse 19, La Rochelle 12. And all to play for now. Was weak defense there from number 20, Vian Liebenberg, who missed the initial tackle on Malia there. And now Bodehend on for Gordon as well for La Rochelle. Right, restart goes deep into the 22. Now Telefua's got it there for Toulouse, driving it up to just inside his own 22. Now pick and go from the forwards. Late is also back on for Reteri. DuPont with the kick over the top. Not going to find touch, and this could go into the hands of Doolan. Doolan on halfway. Can they spark something for them? Great tackle from Elkstad. Now Caballo puts a little cross kick in. Beautifully collected by Tomaru on the 10-meter line, but there was just a little knock on, and we are coming back for that on the 10-meter line inside Toulouse half. Herman says, great rugby we've had today and an excellent commentary from you, Guru. Thank you very much. Kaywood Publishing, enjoying your commentary from Canada today. Two great games in SA this morning as well. Thank you guys for the support as well, coming from a Safa. Right, we have to wait and see exactly what happened there. Was he played out in the air? It is actually the replacement 21 then let's just see who it is. Paul Bodahin, who got maybe played in the air there when he went for it, but he hasn't felt well on his shoulder, and this is not looking good for them. We've got about 18 minutes left in this game. So let's see how he felt on his arm. Oh, not a nice fall, and definitely might not be able to continue this game. Remember, La Rochelle's got a red card here early in that first half, and it's being the difference at the moment. Barry says, thanks for commentating, Guru. You're making the game more exciting for us. Thank you, Barry, and enjoying it so much. It's better than just watching it by myself and not really enjoying it as much if we can have a little chat here on YouTube. And, of course, bring it to the guys who can't watch it. So we are going to have a stretcher brought on here for La Rochelle. And we have a little break here. Big team talk from both teams at the moment. Gary Bevan says no 50-50 balls. 7 points the difference. Anything can still happen in this game. And that is what makes this game such a fantastic encounter, because one try could be the difference between winning that Heineken Cup or not. So they are really taking their time with this injury. Don't know if it is a neck injury or just a shoulder or something, but they are taking extra precautions here. And it's not looking good for La Rochelle now. They're asking, do you think this is the most exciting so far? For me, it is. Definitely, it gives you that final vibe, but I must say I really enjoyed that game between the Sharks and the Stormers earlier, as well as that Bulls game versus Lions. But this one definitely right up there. And even the game of last night between Montpellier and Leicester Tigers was just as exciting. So we've had plenty of good rugby games. The ones this morning in Super Rugby, Trans-Tasman, unfortunately, the New Zealand franchises running away with those games again, pretty much. So as far as nail-biting, this one is right up there. Romain Intermac, 3 carries today, 10 passes, 8 kick from hand, and 14 points in this match already for Toulouse. Barry asking, you having your vodka to go with it? No, it's empty glass. I forgot to buy Monsters, so I can't drink vodka clean, unfortunately, Barry. So, yeah, I messed up, and I haven't been able to go to the shop to refill on my Monster. So, yeah, no, we're just enjoying this final without anything in the second half. Leonardo da Vinci says, watching from Ireland and shouting for rocks, La Rochelle. Yeah, Ronan O'Gara, the coach of La Rochelle. So they finally got the replacement now off the field, and we got about 18 minutes left in this final. Can La Rochelle find a way back in this game, or has Toulouse already done enough to win this? It is going to be a scrum feed to Toulouse, inside their own half, roundabout on the 10-meter line. Anton Dupont to throw this into the scrum. 18 minutes left. 18 minutes of anything that can happen in this game. Niall Lugu says, watching you from Desmonis Lova, USA. And have you tasted Lua Hamilton Monster at one fire? No, I haven't. All right, so the kick downfield by Toulouse. Not going to find touch. And now a chance for Dulon. Dulon now kicking it way up into the air. It bounces terribly for Dupont. And now Dylan Lates onto him in a flash. Now Intermac under pressure is Toulouse now inside their own 22. And they do get the kick away, but not finding touch. Aldred on the 10-meter line now, inside their own half. Dulon again with the kick into the air. He is going to chase his own kick here, but beautifully taken by Intermac. And a roundabout on the 10-meter line. Kick downfield from Toulouse and not going to find touch again into the hands of Aldred again. He's going to run it up to the 10-meter line inside his own half. Puts his head down, going straight down the middle. Caballo now at the ruck, gives it up to the replacement hooker there. Just working their way upfield, just inside their own half now. Caballo out towards Skelton. Caballo again, Ihio West. Now there's a bit of space here. Domaru gives it out to Raymond Rule. Gordon halfway by Cheslin Colby. Caballo again back now. Dylan Lates waiting the ball on the right side. They need to go there quickly. Overlap for them, but a little kick ahead from them into the hands of Dupont. And now Maxi Meda to kick this downfield. Raymond Rule chasing after this inside his own 22. Will that ball roll over the try line? Yes, it will. So he's just going to touch it down. And it is going to be a 22-meter restart. Leonardo says Aldred is class. He played for Ireland, but he didn't. Right, so the restart from Ihio West downfield into the hands of Intermac. And now here they come again. Now Dupont. There's space on the outside. Still going is Anton Dupont, but into touch he goes just outside the 22. And Toulouse now really starting to look a little bit more dangerous now with 15 minutes left in this game. Great little counter run from Tillefeur. And then Anton Dupont had a nice little sprint down the left-hand corner, but unfortunately going into touch. So a replacement coming on. Jolly comes on for Antonio. And it looks like it is the Grandpa Brigade now coming on for him. Let's see a youngster coming on for Toulouse. It is Anua on for Famawina. Throw-in now going to come from the replacement hooker, which is Facunda Bosch for La Rochelle. They've taken that line out just outside their own 22. Now they need to get this more going. It comes back to Caballo, who's going to kick this now. The box kick over the top. Not a great one, but it is collected now by Toulouse. And a chance for them inside the 10-meter line of La Rochelle. Just didn't run very nicely on the tongue there. Rory Arnold taking it up for them now. Dupont on the 10-meter line. Can he get this back for him? Yes, he can. Cyril Bale taking it up, but driven back in the tackle by, let's see now, a kick from Intermac, a high one, chased by Cheslin Colby. Colby jumping up high. He might have gotten this back for him, but there's a little knock on from him. And it is going to be a scrum down to La Rochelle, 5 meters out from their own 22. Carpe Peach says, come on, Leicester. No, it's not Leinster. It is Toulouse. Right. Barry Green says Toulouse get a penalty and go for goal to seal it off. Karpapit says good vibes. Right, so 19 points to 12 with 14 minutes to go. Scrum down to La Rochelle, 5 meters out from their own 22. An opportunity for Toulouse maybe to force the penalty. Karpapit says, I know, laugh out loud. You see, I'm reading these messages and then suddenly, come on, Leinster. I'm just like, what? No. It is Toulouse and La Rochelle. Now you're just taking the little grunt at me there is Karpapit. Scrum feed from Caballo now. Have to reset it again. And we've got 13 minutes left in this game. Can La Rochelle find a way to get a try from here? One man down. Johannes Spain says Leeds 12, Colby 19. Yeah, you could consider it. That's how a lot of South Africans sees this game today. Karpapit says, thanks for the commentary. You're good. Thank you, Karpapit. Really appreciate the comment. Can't wait for the internationals to actually start because that is where I'm going to enjoy it the most. Right, so penalty advantage now to La Rochelle. Raymond Rule is going to have a little run here. Still going is Raymond Rule over the 10-meter line. Up to halfway, Dylan Leitz now. And into touch, he gets bundled inside the half of Toulouse. And a great little attacking run here from La Rochelle. 12 minutes left in this final. Great run there from Raymond Rule. Definitely need to consider him at some stage for the Springboks, maybe again. He has grown so much as a player and really impressed by his performance tonight. Barry asking who scored that try for Toulouse. It was, what was his name? It is the outside centre, John Cruz Malia, who got the try for Toulouse. Right, the line-out feed taken in by Toulouse now and just driving their way forward now. Inside their own half, on the attack now. Anton Dupont waiting for the ball to come out. 12 minutes left in this final. Can they hold on? Dupont puts it into the air and it is now chased down. Taken by Doolan for La Rochelle. He's had a good game. On their own 10-meter line now, Caballo. Out it goes. Let's see if they're going to make a little run from here. It is, in fact, taken back by Jules Blizzon. And a penalty here to Toulouse. And that could be the game right here, right now. It is going to be the number 19 who gets penalized there. It is Thomas Lavolt who gives away the penalty there for La Rochelle. Just lying on the ground, not rolling away, sealing off the ball. And now a penalty right in front for Intermac. And he could just seal it right here, right now, with about 11 minutes to go in this game. They're going to come down to this one for Intermac now. 11 minutes to go in this game. If he gets this, it's a 10-point game. Just takes a deep breath. He's remain Intermac. And he's been successful with 5 kicks already today. Ihaya West missing 1 penalty. Well, 2, in fact, I think, earlier in this first half. So 6 points going a begging for La Rochelle. But now it is Intermac to give them a 10-point advantage going into the final 10 minutes. Oh, that has just gone in. So penalty successful. 22 points to 12. Toulouse leading this final here at Twickenham. Somehow they found their way back in that second half. Barry says, see, I was right when I said they'd get a penalty and go for goal. Absolutely. Right, 10 minutes to go. Restart from La Rochelle. They will have to give everything now. Intermac, out it goes to Mixie Medat, who kicks it out. Run about 5 meters inside their own half. Mashant now also onto the field as is Castets for Toulouse. Flament on for Rory Arnold as well. So the changes are getting ringed in now. Herman says that is 3 more points, should seal the game. Yep, definitely should seal this game off, especially in the final like this. 10 minutes to go. La Rochelle with the throw in. Here they come, Caballo, Ihaya West. Ihaya West throws a little dummy, gives it out to Aldred. Runabout on the 10-meter line now is La Rochelle. Big tackle from Peter, keep driving them backwards. Runabout on the 10-meter line again is La Rochelle now. Ihaya West. Domaru not getting any ground from that, getting driven back there. But a penalty now to La Rochelle and decision time for them. Probably will have to go for goal from here to bring it back within 7 points. Or will they go for glory here and try and score the try? It is Dulon with the kick for the corner now. And he is going to find touch 5 meters out. Big moment coming up now for La Rochelle. 8 minutes to go in this game. Guess my first prediction was right, says Achilles. Barry said you got it spot on. I said La Rochelle to lose by 6. So still not over yet. 8 minutes to go in this game. It is a lineup now to La Rochelle, 5 meters out. Can La Rochelle come back into this game and make it an epic last couple of minutes? Thrown collected beautifully off the back there. Now they are going to form the maul and driving forward now. This is looking good for La Rochelle. Still 5 meters out, going a bit sideways at the moment. Not really going forward. Now Caballo waiting for the ball at the back of this maul. Now they're pushing forward. They're about 3 meters out. The back line now joining in here in this maul. But they need to be careful not to lose this. Still Caballo holding on to it at the back. Now he's going to go on his own. Big tackle there from Takori. And the 2 meters short is La Rochelle now. They just need a moment of magic now. Driven forward, still 2 meters out. Aldred at the back of it. Going down low. It is still going 1 meter short now. So close for La Rochelle. Pick and go, still short. Now Caballo. Caballo is going to dive over. Or did he lose that ball? Did he get the try down for La Rochelle? I think he did. And it is now 22 points to 17 with 7 minutes to go in this game. Let's just see. Yeah, brilliant try from him. Looked like a moment he knocked it on. But La Rochelle now in this for this last couple of minutes. Conversion to come. Right, Gary Bevan says game on, and Achilles say, so I'm not that far off. Prediction was 29-22. So La Rochelle now, conversion so important. 5 points the difference at the moment with 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go in this game, guys. Actually, it is 6 after this conversion. Big moment for La Rochelle. This conversion could mean the difference between winning and losing here. It is not that difficult of a kick for Ihaya West. So let's see what he does with this. Not looking good. It is going to go up against the posts again. So it is a 5-point game now, which means that if La Rochelle wants to win this, they need to get a converted try from here. 5 minutes to go in this final. Can Toulouse hold on for the win? Great stuff here from La Rochelle just to stay in this game. It's going to be a restart from Intermac now. Vital 5 minutes left in this game. Right, it is kicked downfield there by Plizon. And he's going to find touch roundabout on halfway, I think it is. Let's see. 5 minutes to go. Yep, it is line out to Toulouse on the 10-meter line inside La Rochelle's half. Right. Last moments, Marchand with the throw in for Toulouse. Taken in beautifully by them. And now a chance for them to work their way up. It is the number 7 who took it up nicely there. Front foot cross. And still going is Toulouse now. Now they go down. And Dupont controlling it at the back of that ruck. Looks like they are going to go for another box kick over the top now. 4 minutes to go. Goes into the air and the pressure's now on La Rochelle. Beautifully collected by Doulon, but hammered in a tackle by Aki. Now a long pass out. It goes to Domeru, who puts it to the boot and finds space in behind, and it's going to roll all the way up to the 22-meter line inside Toulouse half. And what a kick from Domeru. Can La Rochelle steal this game? Well, it is final dying moments. Who you vote for, Achilles? You got that right. Herman says Achilles as well. Achilles says, Barry, my first vote was Toulouse. So let's see if Toulouse can hold on. A 5-point game at the moment. Line out stolen by La Rochelle, but it comes back to the way of Toulouse. Very, very lucky to get back there. 3 minutes to go in this game now. Anton Dupont, out it goes to Kori. Just setting it up for Toulouse. 10 meters from their own try line. Dupont out to Intermac, and Intermac puts it down and into touch, but quickly thrown in here by La Rochelle. On halfway comes Aldred. Good defense from Cross on him. And here they come, 10 meters out. Well, on the 10-meter line, sorry. 5 meters out from the 22 now is La Rochelle. Caballo, Ihaya West, a thumping tackle there on Doulon. And great cover defense from the try scorer, John Cruz Malia. They're on their own 10-meter line. It's La Rochelle now. 2 minutes to go in this game. Ihaya West towards Skelton. Big tackle on him. Caballo, back it comes now. Are they going to have another crack at this? Just going backwards at the moment. Caballo breaking 1-2 defenders. Still going is Caballo now. Just outside the 22. La Rochelle. It is Raymond Rule with a sloppy pass to Aldred. Can they do something with this? Held up in the tackle, but they need to release this is Toulouse. Here they come. Ihaya West. Now it's Doulon again. They're about 10 meters out from the 22 now. Can they do this? 1 minute to go. 1.5 minutes to go in this game. Still going. Here's La Rochelle just outside the 22 now. Can they make this last? Right, let's see. Domeru. Good tackle from John Malia again. Now it's kicked forward, collected by Intermac, and I don't know why they kicked that ball away. It is now a minute left in this game, so Toulouse just have to keep hold of this. Now just pick and go from the forwards of Toulouse, and just hang on, the referee is calling time off now. There is an injury to one of the players. Not sure exactly what happened there. It is one of the Toulouse players who's leaving the field now. It's Cyril Bale, who's not looking too good at the moment. 1 minute to go in this final. It is a 5-point game. A 5-pointer in this final. Massive. Absolutely massive. It is actually the replacement prop forward, Reda Wadi, who is leaving the field because of that hit. that he took in that tackle from one of the La Rochelle players. So scrum feet down now for Toulouse with just under a minute to go in this final. Can they hold on? Gary says, best weekend of rugby. It has been really great. I was certain La Rochelle won a penalty, said Leonardo da Vinci. No, unfortunately not. They didn't. But now it is the scrum down to Toulouse. Under a minute to go. Will Toulouse just keep hold of this ball now? Will Toulouse be able to keep them out? Or will we get a penalty here for La Rochelle? Big scrum feed coming for Anton Dupont. Massive, intensive final, this one it has been. Scrum feed from them taken off the back, and now there's trouble here. It's gone backwards, unfortunately for Toulouse, or fortunately for them, not forward. And they have the ball at the back now. It is Peter Key who takes it up for Toulouse. Right, 5 meters out from their own 22. They need to control this for 10 more seconds. Anton Dupont at the back of this one. It is now going to go in. Well, it's not over yet. It's Intermac trouble here. 10 meters out from their own try line. Dupont thought it was over, but the referee said there was still time. Now it's over. And Anton Dupont hammers it into touch. What a final this has been. Nearly throwing the game away there is Toulouse at the very end. But full time here at Twickenham. La Rochelle 17, Toulouse 22. And in the end, well-deserved champions. And you have to feel sorry for La Rochelle here in the end. Leonardo da Vinci said ref was doing everything for Toulouse. Batty says, Guru, well done on the weekend streams. Well done. Thank you very much. And Leonardo da Vinci says very poor refereeing overall. A very tight final, this one. La Rochelle will feel extremely disappointed by losing this final because they were definitely at stages the better team in this game. But yeah, guys, this has been really fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to see you guys next week for more live streams coming up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys probably next week or maybe for a live stream later in this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now, and congratulations to